welcome back. It's time for another React video. And I know that maybe React sloppers are looked down upon in the wider YouTube community. But have you considered that I don't care? Anyway, one of my favorite channels just uploaded, and it's a topic that I care very deeply about. It's called Why Trans People Are Losing Support in America, uploaded by Mr. Amir Odom. I love this guy. He's so cute and funny and awesome. He's very smart and intelligent. He's got some very important insight on a lot of topics, and I appreciate his commentary on these social issues. So without further ado, let's start this video.
I said what I said.
Trans women are also women.
Are you a trans woman?
I am, yes.
From WNBA players calling out trans athletes to trans people actually targeting children, it comes to no surprise that the trans movement is losing support here in America, and that's exactly what this video will be about. Now, let this be a reminder that you're not homophobic or transphobic for having some of the viewpoints that we're going to be going through in this video today. Sometimes it's okay to just have a common sense basic thought and move on. So if you like this type of honest, real commentary, be sure to subscribe, and let's dive right into this video.
Subscribe to Mr. Amir Odom. He's wonderful.
In that same vein, in that story with ESPN, you talked about wanting to protect young girls who shouldn't have to go against biological men. Just can you expand your viewpoint on that?
I mean, I think I said what I said. I think
Yes,
it's kind of
ma'am.
common sense.
Period.
Period.
And I think I'll always believe in that. I think it's really important to protect children, and that's little girls who are also involved in that category. And so I stand on what I said, and I always believe that.
And there's nothing wrong with that. Notice how the one time we're hearing about this person, this WNBA athlete who's really good, some viewer as controversial, really all she said was that only women should be in women's sports, that's it. And notice how we're only hearing this when it comes to protecting children. And I've been saying this for the longest time. Had the trans movement left women, actual biological women alone, and the children, we wouldn't be where we are today. It's just that simple. This
Yeah, the ideology is really predatory on young people, especially young people are more susceptible to ideological capture, especially if they're in a group of friends or a group of peers who subscribe to this sort of thing where you can be born in the wrong body, which I think is an ultimately more harmful thought. Being trans shouldn't be in the same category as being gay. Let's continue.
Person done said it day in and day out, they don't have a problem with trans adults, they don't have a problem with trans people. It's merely protecting women, protecting children, and protecting the sport for what it is. There's a reason men and women have different sports. There's a reason you don't see the NBA and the WNBA merge, because they have different skill sets. And what's the point of having a women's sports league if we're going to start allowing men to participate in it? It literally makes no sense. And this person isn't even political. And it shouldn't make someone political. It shouldn't make someone controversial. It shouldn't make someone a bigot, transphobic, homophobic for simply holding that basic opinion.
Right. This whole thought becoming political is kind of backwards to me, because it's more of like a reality standpoint rather than an ideological standpoint. I think I read somewhere recently that someone wants to make it like nationally recognized as a religion rather than fact, which I think could have some bad consequences, but that's how I've always seen gender ideology, is more of like a religion than a statement of a fact. Because listen, guys, the science has proven there's no such thing as a male brain, there's no such thing as a female brain, that you can't physically be born in the wrong body because you're born in the body that you're born in. That doesn't mean it's wrong. If you have a disagreement with your gender presentation, that's probably more psychological than physiological. You know what I'm saying?
That says, hey, let's have a space for just biological women. She said, I said what I said. It's common sense. I don't know why
that's my tagline
that's
too.
seen as hurtful, bigot, the whole nine. It's a very simple opinion, and there should be nothing wrong with that. This shouldn't be this big of a deal, this big controversy that this WNBA player is standing on business saying, yeah, I'm in the WNBA, W, women's. Maybe we should only have women's a part of this. Doesn't make any sense.
A couple days ago, Sophie Cunningham joined the fight to protect women's sports from transgender athletes. I'm just kidding. What she actually did was join one of the dumbest and most bully-oriented right-wing grifts that you can. Here's why it's a grift and why it goes way deep.
And why does it always
grift?
have to be a grift or a right-wing narrative when all in all is just a very simple, basic, common sense opinion?
Right.
How come anybody having an opinion that differs from a liberal mindset is automatically called a grift?
Hold on a second here. Yeah. So so here we are. Let's take this word away from people. I don't think they know that it doesn't mean what they think it means.
It's automatically just for money. It's automatically just for attention, just to be hateful, when it can be just they hold that opinion and that's it. Mm-hmm. It doesn't have to be this deep. There's gay people, lesbian people, bisexual people, trans people who all agree with this statement that says, yeah, men's sports for men's sports, women's sports for women's sports, call it a day, move on.
Than her personal values. In a recent profile that she did with ESPN, Sophie said that she wanted to protect young women from having to compete against biological men in sports. This is a non-issue. Here are the numbers. In late 2024, NCAA President Charlie Baker estimated that of the 510,000 athletes in the NCAA, probably a little less than 10 of them were openly.
Exceptions to the rule should not make the rule, okay?
One
is enough. So true.
Just because there is a small amount of trans athletes within the women's sports.
Right. That should make it even more of an argument against it. Because it's like, okay, well, then if it's not as many people as you're thinking it is how many people are suggesting that it could affect millions of girl athletes. Trans girl athletes. Like, can we stop saying trans girl, by the way? Who in this world... Think about it this way. Who in this world calls himself a trans boy? It doesn't happen. It does not happen. There's only trans girls. You want to know why? Because they want to infantilize themselves. I think that that's sick. But yeah.
Doesn't mean we just give them a free pass. No, if it's wrong, it's wrong. It's a problem, it's a problem. Done deal. Call a spade a spade. If we all agree, hey, having a man in women's sports is wrong, call it a done deal. It's wrong. Don't give it a free pass just because it's only 10 of them. Oh, it's fine.
Yeah.
Oh, only some awards are won. Oh, it's fine. It's fine. No. If it's wrong, it's wrong. There's no free passes with this because the logic doesn't add up.
Transgender. That percentage is closer to 0 than it is to 1. But
It doesn't
Alex, if
matter.
the numbers are
So why should we include them then? Why? Make it make sense.
minuscule, why would the right make this such a big talking point? Because they're afraid of their own shadow.
It's not even so much about being afraid of your own shadow. You can't... As a gay man who is more on the center right, I will admit with this creator, as far as the term, like, they're afraid of their own shadows, DC's gay, Washington's gay, Republicans be gay, TPUS gay.
Yeah, did you hear about Grindr getting crashed? Like, Grindr crashes with the big TPUSA events? That's hilarious. That is so funny.
Closet men up the woo-ha, DL men up the woo-ha, they're all gay. And the most homophobic people I've come across are the gay ones. Yeah. But I'm going to separate that.
Nobody wants to talk about the homophobia of transgender ideology, but we can save that for another day, I guess. That's a more personal story, I suppose. Maybe for my members. By the way, think about joining my membership. Or don't. You know, you still get slopped in either way.
This whole trans argument and the trans kid thing, because the reason... it's such a big issue, even to me as a gay man with no daughters. I'm a gay man with no daughter, and I'm very passionate about this because I care about definitions. I care about meaning. I care about our society and the way we move throughout it. And I care about just common sense shit. Like, I don't know why it's such a big debate why it seems as hateful, why it seems as a grift, why does it seem I'm calling this out just for money, I'm being fake and phony, I'm transphobic for simply holding a simple opinion that men should be playing with men and women should be playing with women.
So, can anyone provide a universal definition of the word transphobia? I'll give you a hint. It ain't real. It's not a real thing. Because there's no one definition that fits transphobia for all people who are transphobic, because it's such a meaningless word now. How is it transphobic for someone to not want males in female sports? I don't think it is. I don't even think it's transphobic to be wary of males in the female bathroom, because it's a single-sex space. It should be common sense here. Now, can I come up with an example of something that is transphobic per se? I think if you actually hate all trans people just for the fact of they're trans, no matter what could make them more of an individual or to separate themselves from the larger group, and you just hate them because of what they are, I think that's kind of brain dead. It's the same argument against racism. So if you hate all people based on a skin color, I think that makes you kind of brain dead, because you're not factoring in the individuality of the person that you're hating. I just think that this kind of thinking of like hating an entire group because they are the group, it brings your outward intelligence, like, you are dull, in my opinion.
Because the second you break that up, everything else crumbles, and that's the big deal. I'm not for giving a free pass. Oh, it's 0%. Oh, it's 1%. No, none of that shit matters to me. One's enough, because one is enough to make the whole thing crumble apart. Mm-hmm. If you go and sit here and say trans women are women, trans men are men, and you're actively going to sit here and tell me in front of my face and tell me that trans men are men, trans women are women, men can be women and women can be men, then what is a man and what is a woman?
Right, exactly. And there's no qualifiers beforehand. They're just saying that you are whatever you say you are because you said it.
Women, if we're all equal, everything's null and void. If you're actively going to say that men can be women and women can be men, that means we're equal and nothing matters.
Well, in this case, then I am the richest person in the entire world, and whatever I say goes because I said it. Because I said so.
What is a gender pay gap if I can just say I'm a woman right now? What is women's rights if I can just say I'm a woman right now?
Yeah,
what
true.
is women's sports if I can just say I'm a woman right now? You see how everything can just crumble because there's no logical consistency.
No qualifiers.
There just isn't. And that's why it matters to a lot of people out there. It matters to actually protect women.
Now, who is old enough here to remember the too cute versus the true scum debate between the transgender bubble? Because I am, and you know, I guess it kind of like shaped my perspective going forward, because I was always kind of on the true scum side, because there was all these people like back in 2015, I'd say, right when things were kind of starting to blow up, where these two cutes, spelled Tucute, which is retarded, by the way, but these people would say that they have like xenogenders and neo-pronouns, and they identify as like cat or galaxy or static or whatever the hell. If you remember my video about Gender Wiki, those people, you could consider all of them too cute. And I guess the two main people that come to mind when I think of true scum, which I don't even know if that still stands today, but like, you know, for example, Blair White, Buck Angel, you know, they transition from A to B and they exist within that binary. That makes them true scum, and therefore they're transphobic. Are you hearing yourself right now?
We're using this as like an overarching thing when really what we're attacking women.
I can't show the full clip because The View is very strong about not sharing their views. They will copyright any video. Anytime I've ever reacted to The View, they've done take the video down. So I barely ever include them, but I'll include that 2-second because that should be fine. But this is Megan Rapinoe, the lesbian soccer player, and basically this whole spiel, which you can look up, I have a link below. This whole spiel, they're talking about how basically, if you're going to attack trans women, you're attacking biological women. And we should all stick together and fight for women's rights. But again, it makes me feel like I go batshit crazy. What is fighting for women's rights if women doesn't mean anything? Genuinely.
Exactly.
What does fighting for women's rights mean if women doesn't have a definition? How are you going to sit here and say that being an advocate for women, which sometimes mean you're an advocate for biological women, which excludes trans women, that's anti-woman? No.
Dr. Verma, I wasn't sure I understood your answer to Senator Moody a moment ago. Do you think that men can get pregnant?
I hesitated there because I wasn't sure where the conversation was going or what the goal was. I mean, I do take care of patients with different identities. I take care of many women. I take care of people with different identities. And so that's where I paused. I think, I wasn't sure where you were going with that.
Well, the goal is just the truth. So can men get pregnant?
Again, the reason I paused there is I'm not really sure what the goal of the question is.
The goal is just to establish a biological reality. You just said a moment ago that science and evidence should control, not politics.
Absolutely.
So let's just test that proposition. Can men get pregnant?
I take care of people with many identities, but
Can men get pregnant?
many women that can get pregnant. I do take care of people that don't identify as women.
Can men get pregnant?
Again, as I'm saying,
Let me just remind you, you testified to a moment ago. Science and evidence should control, not politics. So can men get pregnant? You're a doctor.
I science and evidence should guide medicine.
Do science and evidence tell us that men can get pregnant? Biological men, can they get pregnant?
I also think yes/no questions like this are a political tool.
No, yes/no questions are about the truth, doctor. Let's not make a mockery of this proceeding. This is about science and evidence, and I'm asking you. You know, the United States Supreme Court just heard arguments yesterday at great length on this question. This is not a hypothetical question. This is not theoretical. It affects real people in their real lives. And you're here as an expert, called by the other side as an expert, and you've been telling us that you follow, right? You're a doctor, and you follow the science and the evidence. So I just want to know, based on the science, can men get pregnant? That's a yes or no question. It really is, I think.
I think you're trying to reduce the complexity of a lot.
I'm not.
Lord. Flooded again.
It doesn't work like that. Are there some times where different groups can work together? Yes. But it's stupid to sit here and say that by focusing... Okay. What they're trying to do is just say we need to focus on women and anybody who identifies as a woman. Where someone like me, maybe someone like you watching this video right now is saying, okay, what if we just switch that to like biological women? Because there are many cases where there are people who are claiming to be a woman that take advantage of biological women. Because there are cases where biological men enter biological women's spaces and they win awards. They do very sus behavior. They manipulate, take advantage. It's wrong. And calling it out is not attacking women. That's actually supporting women. And some people, like the people on the left, liberals, they call it TERFs, trans exclusionary radical feminists.
Did he just say TERFs?
When in reality, it's like, damn, what happened to just focusing on women? Women's rights. Like, it makes me sometimes feel like I'm a bigot, and I know I'm not, but I'm sitting here like, since when does it become a problem to just focus on biological women? And then this person right here, this lesbian, wants to say that, oh, attacking trans women is attacking women. Whole time, she's a lesbian, right? There's trans people, advocates. They be fighting for laws. They be pushing all this, social media bans, all this type of stuff. There's trans people that will say this person right here is a transphobe because they don't want to get with a trans woman. Yep. I'm sorry.
Because they don't like girl. That's disgusting.
Sorry. What lesbian wants penis?
By the way, oh my God, if you're one of these people that is like, a lesbian is a non-man that is attracted to a non-man, sincerely, please go f*** yourself. Go f*** yourself forever.
They be sitting here calling me a transphobe because I don't want to get with a trans man. Girl, I don't like you. With all due respect, shout out to my women viewers. I love y'all. I love my women friends, my females. I love y'all down. What I don't love, that cat y'all got in the basement. No.
Oh, it gets worse than that. They won't just call you a transphobe or a bigot. They will call you. They will call for your death. They will call for your execution. They will actually say like punch a turf. They will say if you are genital essentialist or biological essentialist. That means that you're a TERF and you're a Nazi and we should punch and kill you and hang you and beat you. Even worse than killing. They've said that too. So, yeah.
No.
No.
That cat is not for me. I don't want it. I don't need it. I got the pole. I got other things out there, okay? I got other things for my entertainment. I got other things that I am sexually attracted to, and that's called what? Gay. So ain't nothing wrong with that.
I transitioned at the age of 16.
Crazy.
Medically.
So sorry about that.
Crazy.
It basically saved my life.
No, crazy. We saw.
I don't know about that. I'm so sorry, honey.
In there, medically transitioned at the age of 16. I'm sorry. How are we all gonna agree that a 16-year-old cannot consent to have sex with an adult, but we can say that a 16-year-old can't consent to change their sex for life?
That's been my entire argument. Kids can't consent to sex. They cannot consent to change their sex. And to argue with that makes you a pee person, okay? And there's a lot of pee people in that space, by the way.
You mean to tell me you're saying they can consent?
You're gonna argue with that.
To manipulate and change their sex for a lifetime of surgeries, of shots, of pills, all that. But they can't consent to mess around with it for one night with somebody? Is that where we're at? Is that what we're doing? Is that what we're fighting for? Is that the logic that's going to be upheld? Because I think they can't consent to it. I think minors doing stuff with adults is wrong. I think minors doing sexual things with adults is wrong, okay? And if you're going to say, like, oh my gosh, it makes me have like a brain freeze.
You're sus.
How are you going to say a minor cannot drink, they can't smoke, they can't vote, some of them can barely drive, can't get tattoos, all these different things, but they can change their sex for life? Now, where the hell that makes sense?
I don't think people understand, with all the demonization that has happened to trans minors, that it is really life-saving.
Guys, why is the argument now focused on trans kids? Why is that their entire argument? The kids, the minors, the children, the prepubescents. Don't inflict puberty on a child that doesn't want it. Are you nuts? Are you nuts? Guys, puberty blockers are used to chemically castrate offenders. Next.
Care, and that we should not be rolling back this care for some.
Are there some trans minors out there? Yes. Are there some people who actually know that they're trans and they grow up and they're still trans as adults, but they said they knew as a kid? Yeah, I can't knock the people who say they knew, right? And they're still a trans as a grown adult. I can't knock that. What we can say, though, is like, okay, if that's the case, then just wait till you're 18. Wait till you're an adult to make sure that you want to make this decision.
At the very
that this
least.
is for you. Because I'm not the same person.
Even an 18-year-old doesn't know what the they want to do for the rest of their life. Are you joking? Are you saying that 18-year-olds know for certain who they are and what they want to be, what they want to become, what they want to embody, and what they want to do for the rest of their life? An 18-year-old? Really? Sus.
I was when I was 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. You know the different outfit changes I went through, different eras of my life I went through, music choices. What you're doing is exploring yourself. You're figuring yourself out. You're coming into yourself, your personality, your vibe, what you like, what you don't like. You're learning yourself as a human, and during that process, you probably shouldn't be making a lifelong decision, because 9 times out of 10, you're not the same person you was. You're just not. So, no, when it comes to the trans minor thing, people are against it because they're children. Keyword minor. Hello. Trans what minor? That's just
sick.
The shit that frustrates me.
Sickening.
Again, if we had left the women and children alone from the jump, we wouldn't be at where we are today. We just wouldn't. And none of this would be a non-issue. But you've done made it an issue, because what you're doing now is some decrepit shit, honestly. If we just left the kids alone, we'd be fine. We'd be in a whole different planet.
I'm trans. I'm a transgender woman in South Africa, and I identify as a woman. I'm very, very aware that I'm not a real woman. I'm a trans woman, and that's how I see myself. That's how I've always viewed myself, and so forth. I I have an issue with this new wave and new movement of transgender people and non-binary and whatever. Yes. I generally feel like we are the main reason, like the LGBT plus community, we are the main reason why we're not being taken seriously. I generally feel like we, especially the trans community itself.
The main reason, no shade, all shade, shit. The main reason why LGBT community is like looked at in shambles is large part due to this new wave trans people, trans community, non-binary, they, them, very complaining, very whiny, very odd, respectfully, just odd. It's that group, it's that crew that's completely derailed the whole community.
Non-binary community specifically, we are the ones that are causing all of this bullshit to happen, honestly.
Yeah.
For instance, there's this debate now going on about trans women can get pregnant, trans women can breastfeed, trans women menstruate, trans women are equal to biological women.
No. Which at that point, if you're going to say trans women are equal to biological women, then why the hell aren't you a woman? What are you transitioning from?
Yeah. What's the point of being trans?
From? If trans women are women and you are just a woman, what the hell are you transitioning from? Okay.
Biological women in sport and so forth. That is utter bullshit. Like,
come on
you
now.
Cannot deny and ulwene biology and what's facts, what's actual facts. I generally feel like we are putting ourselves in these positions where now people are starting to take us not seriously.
Yeah, and I love when real trans women like this and trans men speak up about their own community and themselves, like saying, hey, I am a trans woman, I am a trans man, and I am that. I'm not a man, I'm not a woman, I'm a trans man, I'm a trans woman, I'm biological male, biological female, I present like this, this makes me feel comfortable, this is what I like doing as an adult, I mind my business, my friend respects me, and my job respects me, my family respects me, and I keep it pushing. Those people, mad respect. Shout out to Blair White. We've done videos together. She's a great, great person. A sweet, sweet soul.
Blair White for president.
Shout out to Gwyneth Mullen. Amazing person. Great friend, too. And then totally random, I got to meet Jeffree Star, which I was shook.
Oh, dang.
That was a great
what
time.
The fuck?
Great
He's
conversation.
Tall.
It wasn't filmed or nothing. It was like a really quick, 1 minute talk. But amazing person. Not even trans. But I just had to drop that in there because I got really excited. Anyways, shout out to them. Shout out to the people that just keep it real, keep it blunt, and keep it pushing. We need more of that, and I'm glad that that exists, and I'm glad there's people out here like this that are calling it out for what it is and just being honest. I am, because all this new wave stuff, it is just insanity. It makes no sense. It drives me up a wall. I feel like I'm doing damage PR control for the gays, and I'm so glad other people are stepping up to the plate. Maybe even you watching this video right now, if you are someone that makes content on YouTube, let me know in the comments below and I'll be sure to ping you or shout you out. Do something to help boost you up because we need more people out here vocal.
J.K. Rowling isn't against trans rights. She's just protecting women.
Oh my god, hi. Apparently I'm based or something. I don't even know what that means. Just kidding. Anyway.
Women's rights. That's the comment I've had to remove several times from my video about the new Harry Potter series. Most of the girls got it, but y'all know I don't go back and forth about things that don't make sense. But to the people who do genuinely believe that she's not anti-trans rights, she's just protecting women's rights? What if I told you trans women are also women?
Where?
So protecting women's rights would include protecting trans rights.
You're a whole man. With respect, you are a biological man on this platform degrading women, degrading biological women. I'm telling you that I am a woman. You got balls, G. Y'all, we can't with this lunacy. We can't.
Oh,
J.K. Rowling protecting biological women. It is what it is. You don't like it, then shit, I don't know what to tell you. Since when can we not speak up and speak out and speak for biological women? When is that a problem? Trans women are not women. If you were, like I said before, if you were a trans woman, and trans women are women, what the hell are you transitioning from? If you're telling me men can be women and women can be men, then you're also telling me trans women are women. That's consistent in the sense that you're saying anybody can be anything, but it's also inconsistent that you're even using the word trans to begin with.
Yeah.
Just just say you're a woman, I guess, but even that's a problem because you're not. Like,
it's
you're
backwards.
crazy inconsistent, but like you're not logically consistent. That's not how this works.
Their liberation and protection
It's hard.
is directly...
It's so hard to argue with people who won't acknowledge reality. It's really hard. It's frustrating. It makes you feel like you're crazy when you know that in that argument, you're the only one who's actually seeing the truth. And the truth is, there's only female and male people. And even intersex people don't want to be dragged into this alphabet soup bullshit. And I don't know why they had to add all these stupid new stripes to the rainbow flag. Was the rainbow flag not inclusive enough for you? Did the rainbow flag not already include black and brown people? That's why you had to add a black and brown stripe? Okay, baby.
Tied to ours.
No, it's
what
not.
if I told you protecting black trans women specifically...
Stop! Do not interrupt the black trans woman when she's speaking.
...would also include the protection of everyone else. Because if the most marginalized group is safe and has their needs met, so will everyone else.
I see the...
Not if you're exalted. Not if you're treated like the golden cow or whatever the fuck analogy that is. The golden calf. The sacred, exalted identity group that is placed above everyone else. No. Acceptance does not equal worship. And that's what you want here. And we're not giving it to you, and I'm so sorry. Actually, I'm not sorry.
Logic. Come on. I see the logic. I see the logic where if I'm on your oppression Olympics mindset, if you sitting here saying we got A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and G's on the bottom, but G has the same rights as, if G's getting more rights and is being seen more, is being respected, then that obviously means everybody else is too. I see what you're talking about, but like A, B, C, D, E, F, G is not even on the same playing field because you having trans women impeding biological women.
Right.
So now
so it's not that G is still on the bottom but getting their needs met. It's now G, A, B, C, D, E, F. It's not the same. It's not the same as giving everyone the needs that they need to meet and have a nice life. It's that we need to be the top of the totem pole or else. Or else we're going to beat you in women's boxing matches because we're women.
You're trying to fix a problem, but you're creating another one. So what you're trying to do is be genuine. What you're trying to do is be respectful. What you're trying to do is increase rights, which I can respect. I understand. I see the compassion. I'll be empathetic for that. I will. But you're doing that at the cost of biological women. You're doing it at the cost of hurting biological women. You're doing it at the cost of ignoring biological women. Mind you, there are cases where there's whole men twigging berries, swinging, going to college and saying, oh, I identify as a woman.
Twigging berries.
And then getting in a woman's dorm.
Avery Saltzman, 19, a freshman at USU, says she was never asked or notified before a trans RA moved into her dorm suite.
It's unacceptable, really, just feeling unsafe in your own private spaces.
Courtney Greco identifies as
Oh my God, bro. Hell no, man. What the fuck, man?
Oh my God. Oh, the air left my lungs. Oh my God. Oh no, oh no, 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 no.
Genderqueer, neither male nor
no,
female.
No.
And it's a relief for them. Florida Gulf Coast University now does too. The university tells NBC2 they will accommodate students who identify as transgender, letting them live in the dorm they identify with.
But he doesn't identify as either, so why are you putting him in the women's dorm? Put him in a cardboard box outside. What the fuck?
What the hell kind of country are we living in right now?
What the fuck
This is
is
why I
that?
speak up. This is why I speak out. Because the crazy shit like this. This is where it goes. When we don't have definitions and everything's like a loophole, what do you expect people to do? Like, this is where we end up.
Are you a trans woman?
I am, yes.
Oh, no. No.
How do you know you're a woman?
Is it that brown tooth you got in the front?
That I've been asking myself a lot.
Oh, no.
And there's no simple answer to that. Really, how do you know anything?
Is that a piece of beef jerky?
About yourself? How do you know who you are? How do you know who you like?
Oh, you can look in your pants and figure it out. Oh my god, dude. Oh no.
I want to be nice.
Don't.
All I can think about is that these people vote. Like, these people have opinions and that have weight.
Yeah, and it weighs just as much as yours. Yeah. His opinion matters just as much as yours. Oh yeah. Aren't you tired?
Okay.
Aren't you tired?
I don't even know what to say.
Oh,
I
man.
don't.
Aren't you tired?
I don't know what to say. I don't know.
Just laugh. What else?
This is terrifying.
What else can you do?
Today we're learning about
Stop jump scaring me.
lesbians. Can you say lesbian? Good job. Here are two lesbians. Miss Chrissy is a cisgender woman.
Oops.
Miss Annie is a transgender woman. But wait, Miss Lily, how can a transgender woman be a lesbian? Great question. Let's put on our thinking caps. Trans and cis are adjectives that modify the noun woman. Just like vanilla and chocolate.
First of all, this analogy isn't even sound. But I don't even want to take the time to explain how wrong this creature is.
Modify
the
noun.
Just skip.
Right here is the exact reason of many reasons. But I will give the reigning supreme crown to this person right here for destroying the LGBTQ movement. I will. And it's this shit dressing up like an infant character.
Disgusting.
And trying to give sexual education to my...
Alright. Yeah. Yep. Okay. Alright.
Be honest, Shelbert. Or do you enjoy yours being consumed? Be honest. Shelby's typing. Big moment for Shelby. All right, there's a bomb. Oh, this is my favorite. It's a. Oh, no.
It was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up.
Shelbert's mom is listening. Now, I am talking entirely about groceries, fresh, but you like, you know, bananas, mangoes, grapes, vitamin C. Jesse likes watermelons, 2 of them, of course. Now, if you had to rank the watermelons on a scale from A to B to C to D, or, you know, even double D, how, just, oh my God.
It was at
I cannot speak lest I lose my YouTube channel.
this moment that he knew. He fucked up.
Oh my God, this chat. Jesse also likes eggplants. Good. My mom said she was born at night, but not last night. Interesting.
So, shout out to the investigation about taking the pictures in the bathroom. That should continue. However, I'm going to need one to be opened on this as well. That was... I don't even need to spell that out for you.
No, you don't. You don't.
I
You
feel
don't.
like when I'm speaking, what I feel like is common sense, I really hope it is based off like y'all in the comments supporting, like, subscribing. I hope it's common sense. But sometimes the shit I want to say out loud, it can't even come out because I'm like, am I really about to say this? Am I really about to say that? Am I really in a position where I have to say this is what I'm trying to get to? Am I in a position where I have to like reiterate and say that targeting minors making sexual content is bad? That's what I have.
We're at this point in society, aren't we? Are we gonna fall? When?
To say that's what I'm doing. This is stupid. This is the exact reason why the trans movement is losing a lot of support here in America, because a lot of things that we've gone through in this video. And I have a lot of other videos for you to check out if you'd like. I have an entire LGBTQ playlist in addition to a race playlist, generational playlist, current events playlist. I have so many videos for you to go out there and watch and just hear a different perspectives, see what's going on, because this is crazy. It's sad. I wish I wasn't at a point where, I wish we collectively in this country, in this world, we're in a point where even some of the content that I react to exists. Some of these opinions that people hold just didn't exist. Like, I'm all for free speech, but at the same time, there needs to be some type of like, we need to call out the bad speech. We do. We need to call out when things don't make sense. We need to call out when things are hurtful, when things are attacking people. And that's never how I want to come across. I always want to be respectful. I always want to be kind. I always want to be caring, but shit. Like, at some point, we really gotta step it up. And I'm not.
If it walks and talks like a clown, and it identifies as a clown, what else could it be?
I advocate for no violence at
Just
all.
laugh.
When I say step it up, I just mean be more vocal in your opinions, like Sophie Cunningham at the beginning, at the top of this video. I'm saying, yeah, I said what I said. Trans women should have their own sport. Like she said, women deserve to play with women, and that's it. Biological women versus biological women. There's no harm, there's no problem in that. So let me know in the comments below what you think. That's where I'm at. And outside of this entire video talking directly to you, I hope that you know that you are going to be okay. Just stop. I don't know what the hell you got going on. You may be working out. I don't know what it is. Just bring it in. Calm down your brain a little bit.
Woosah.
Just take a deep breath.
Woosah.
You're going to be okay. Make a plan to get out of the situation that you're in and go for it. That's all you have to do. And you have to lock in and know that you can and will do that. come up with the plan, execute it, and go about your day. Because we all got shit going on in our lives. I don't know if it's family drama, relationship drama, financial drama, health drama, body drama. I don't know. But everybody got something going on. Everybody got something. And you can either take what's thrown at you and like pity in it, wallow in it, and just like sulk into this depressive being, or you take what's happened to you, use that as a lesson, and propel you to your future. You got that option. You do. You can't help what happened to you, but you control it right now. The best thing you can do for me, besides hitting the subscribe button, hello, the best thing you can do is take care of you. That's the best thing you can do. So I hope that you're actively doing that, and you know your worth, and you know you have respect for yourself, okay? So shit, with that being said, take care of yourself, love yourself, and at most, thank you for your time. Being here, watching these videos, like, subscribing, sharing means the world to me. Yeah. And as always, I will catch you in the next video.
All right. Very, very good. Every single time I watch a mirror video, I always leave like I learned something. What I learned today, I learned that it's okay to laugh. I think that if something really is just so outlandish that it's gonna fry your brain to even try to argue with it, just laugh. You don't have to argue with a brick wall. You can just laugh, and it's okay. So, just gonna echo what he said here. I hope you have a great day. I hope that you didn't suffer too much watching this video. I hope that I could provide some levity, if nothing else, other than my, you know, slop and Terry. Thank you very much for watching. I'll catch you in the next one. Do consider joining the channel membership. You'll have exclusive member videos, and I will shout you out at the end of every single one of my videos. Thank you very much. I'll catch you in the next one.